Hello everyone. So recently the Cuphead DLC came out, and by recently I meant a few months ago actually. But I wanted to talk about a few specific characters in general, specifically the Rook. Now, the King of Games, I don't know how you get there, but it's a series of mini bosses that you can have the option to fight. You don't need to fight them. But the one character that really stood out to me was the Rook, and today I'm going to be talking about him. Now, when you first enter the fight, he's dreaming about something inappropriate. Not really, but still. But the point is, the moment he sees the player, he starts sharpening this big ol' axe, and in like the hard mode, sparks will fly across the floor and try to damage you. But the point is, parable heads of notable English figures will fly out of the grindstone, and you have to parry them back to damage him. Now, I want to talk about two things specifically. One, why are the heads flying out of the grindstone specifically? And two, about his end animation. So first, about the heads. I know this is the whole Cuphead magic sort of thing, but specifically I want to talk about why the heads are flying out from the contact point specifically. Now, I know back then, specifically in England, they used to do beheadings with an axe. So yeah, that might be one of the reasons, but the other reason is probably just the whole Cuphead magic thing. And also because axes are, again, one of the main weapons used for executions. But also now that there's guillotines. Look, people pronounce them differently. I say guillotines, some people say guillotines, but now that that has been invented, I feel like the axe will go out of use. And anyways, it's implied that this Rook character beheaded all those notable English figures because their heads fly out of his not the guillotine, but like his grindstone. And also about the spark thing. I mean, he's burning that thing pretty fast. Obviously, there's going to be sparks flying out of it. The other part is his ending animation, but there's another part I want to get through to in between that, and it's about the whole spark thing and the what is it called? Grindstone that's spinning without him actually like doing anything. Now this could be just the force, but from grindstones I've seen, you're probably supposed to like spin them or something, and nobody can spin a grindstone that fast. Or maybe it's like a kick pedal or something. Who knows? But the point is, no way can anyone spin a grindstone that fast. The sparks are literally flying out. Now, I know this might probably happen if you're like grinding it for an extremely long time and there's a lot of friction, but nobody can possibly spin the grindstone that fast for sparks to actually go flying. And now his ending animation, his head literally falls off. So the question is, how did he get his head to stick on his neck for the entirety of the fight, or is his head just never on? Like like nearly headless Nick and the headless hunt where they can like throw their heads and all that crazy crap. I'm guessing it's probably something like that. But have y'all ever heard of scary in a dark room? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I almost said scary stories to tell in the dark. But in a dark room, there was a story about a girl who had like a scarf, and you know where I'm going with this. She pulls the scarf and her head falls off. He pulls the scarf when the girl's about to die and her head falls off. And I'm guessing there was some inspiration from that because he has the typical let me get the typical Rook kind of ruff. But also that could also take inspiration from nearly headless Nick's ruff where he uses it to keep his head on. And yeah, that's basically it for the Rook. Great character overall. There are some crazy parts, but overall, he's a great character and a pretty difficult fight, to be honest. Alright, see y'all later.